introduction to be better learning. First, college life, a personal journey of growth, discipline, and self-discovery. College life, a personal journey. College is described as a personal journey of growth, discipline, and self-discovery. It's more than just classes and exam. It's about developing as an individual, learning self-control, and finding out who you are and what you want. Example: instead of just studying for a quiz that night before, a student creates a weekly study schedule and stick to it, even if they have to skip a social event, and that's a discipline. They realize that they learn best by drawing concept maps rather than just reading notes, growth, and self-discovery. Next, the key driving the ability to manage your own learning, reflecting on what works for you and what doesn't. In college, on managing your own learning, this involves reflecting on what works for you and what doesn't. You need to be the boss of your own educational process. Example: a student score poorly on essay, they reflect on their process and realize that typing notes during class make them easily distracted for the next class. They tried taking notes by hand, managing learning. When their next essay score improved, they know that taking handwritten notes is what works for them. Next is focus, metacognition, the awareness of your own thinking. Metacognition. The main focus for better learning is metacognition, which is defined as the awareness of your own thinking. It means thinking about how you think and learn. It's stepping back and asking yourself, do I really understand this? Or what is the best way for me to remember this information? Example: before a test, a student uses metacognition by asking, do I recognize this term? Or can I explain it to someone else? If they can example it, they know they need to spend more time studying that topic. They are aware of the state of their own understanding. And that's all. Thank you.
Good morning everyone, my name is Joshua Inkinusala. My topic today is about metacognition. What is metacognition? It is thinking about thinking, being aware of how you think and learn. So pasabot, aware ka sa imong ginahuna og sa imo gibuhat. Involves two aspects. Number one, metacognitive knowledge, what you know about learn strength, tasks, strategies. So metacognitive knowledge, unsaon ang imong hibaw-an about sa imong learns. For example, kabalo ka sa imong strength sa pagtuon ug kabalo ka sa weaknesses means asa ka hina. So kahina man ka ana nga side, so you should make strategies. Number 2, metacognitive regulation, what you do to manage, learn, planning, monitoring, evaluating. So metacognitive regulation, it is all about things or mga butang para ma-manage ang learn. So for example, magplano ka kada gabi nga magtuon ka. Sa imong pagtuon, i-monitor nimo nga nabay ka bag-uwan or wala. So human nimo monitor, i-evaluate nimo kung na-improve ka ba.
So, 4 levels of learners. They have tacit learners, aware learners, strategic learners, reflective learners. So, sa tacit learners, study without reflecting, they just memorize and hope. So, tacit learners study without consciously thinking about how they learn. They rely on memorization, repetition, or whatever method feels easiest or most familiar, even if it's not effective. So, sa aware learners, recognize some thought processes but don't constantly plan or adjust them. So, sa our learners understand that different strategies exist and may recognize their own thought processes, but they do not yet use strategies consistently or effectively. And strategic learners use specific, deliberate strategies, example, practice test. So, strategic learners consciously choose and apply specific learning techniques that match the task. They don't leave success to chance, they plan, monitor, and adjust. And lastly, reflective learners. Reflective learners continuously evaluate and refine techniques to become more effective. So, reflective learners go beyond strategic planning. They continuously evaluate how they learn, refine their techniques, and optimize based on feedback. They think like self coaches.
Key metacognitive strategies. Knowing your limits. This strategy reminds you to understand how much information you can handle at one time. Instead of forcing yourself to study everything in one sitting, you should divide your tasks into smaller parts. When you know your limits, you avoid stress, avoid cramming, and give yourself enough time to understand each lesson properly. Number 2. Modifying your approach. If your usual study method is not working, like simply rereading your notes, you should try another technique. You can summarize the topic using your own words or explain it out loud as if you are teaching someone else. Changing your approach helps you understand the lesson better and makes it easier to remember during reporting. Number 3. Self-monitoring. This means checking your own understanding while studying. You can ask yourself questions such as, do I really understand this? Or can I explain this without looking at my notes? You can also use flashcards or quick quizzes to see which parts you already know and which part you still need to review. Number 4. Skimming. Before reading a long text in full detail, skim it first. Skimming means reading quickly to look for key points, headings, or important terms. When you skim, you get a general idea of what the topic is about, making it easier to understand once you read it more carefully. Number 5. Rehearsing. Rehearsing involves practicing repeatedly. This is helpful when you need to memorize steps, formulas, processes, or when you have a speech to deliver. The more you practice, the more confident and prepared you will be when you report in class. Number 6. Self-testing. After studying, test yourself to measure how much you really understood. You can answer practice questions, take mock quizzes, or speak out your explanation without looking at your notes. Self-testing helps you know if you are ready for the actual reporting or if you still need more review.